Hi everyone, how you doing? This is Chanel from the Calyx Kids store. I'm really excited about today's video. We're going to be making homemade vegetable burgers. So please stick around and watch this video till the end. You're going to be amazed at all of the yummy ingredients that can go into making a homemade vegetable burger. There's so many variations. It's fun. You can meal prep with this. You can make a supply that will last you an entire month. So yeah guys, please just stick around. Okay guys, so for my homemade vegetarian burgers, I'm gonna start with half a cup of steamed and softened chickpeas, 1 cup steamed and softened red kidney beans, 1 cup chopped potatoes, 1 whole onion finely chopped, a quarter green pepper or capsicum finely chopped, 3 cloves of whole garlic, a quarter piece of fresh ginger, as well as ground ginger, garlic and coriander in my little bowl, some fresh parsley, fresh coriander, fresh basil and fresh thyme. All have been rinsed and dried. To season with, I've got 2 tablespoons of wet masala, half a teaspoon of black pepper, half a tablespoon of cumin or jeera powder, half a tablespoon of turmeric or hardi powder, 1 tablespoon of pink Himalayan salt, 1 teaspoon cinnamon powder, and half a tablespoon of garam masala. To bind, I've got 2 large eggs and a cup of breadcrumbs. You can use any sort of breadcrumbs, whether it's panko or the Robertson's coating. It's really up to you. I'm also going to add about 2 to 4 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil to bind. So this is an overview of the ingredients. Just to take note, these were natural beans that we boiled at home. They're not from a can. Obviously, you can use your discretion. It's your own personal preference. We just prefer to use ingredients in their most natural form. We find that products that are in the can have a lot of preservatives and a very long shelf life, so it's not very healthy. Although we understand that with a busy life schedule, with busy moms, or whether you're a student or you're just busy at work, you can't always boil your beans when you want to cook your meal. So what we actually do is we buy these packets from the grocery store. So we'll buy the dry beans, whether it's red kidney beans, sugar beans, chickpeas, lentils. We steam them on one day. Once they're steamed and soft, we actually package them and freeze them. So when we want to prepare a dish that contains lentils or beans, we just take it out of the deep freeze. You can use any variation of ingredients. You could add mushrooms, butternut, carrots, celery. It's really up to you, but these are the ingredients that we have chosen. So guys, this is a very simple procedure. All I'm going to do is take all of my ingredients and pop it into my blender and mix until everything has formed basically a nice consistency. It's mixed through, but let me take you through each step. I'm going to start with my red kidney beans. Next, I'm going to add my chickpeas. You can see they're really soft. I don't mind the excess water because it's going to help when it's, when it's being processed. When it's too firm and there's not enough liquid texture, it tends not to grind or liquidize properly. Then I'll add my onions. I enjoy onions in every dish. I like the flavor. It's quite fragrant. Onions also, I feel, it completes whatever dish you're making. Whether you eat it raw or you braise it or caramelize it, it's got a very nice flavor. Just getting the last bit out. There we are. Then I'll add my potato. So this was 2 small potatoes that was chopped up. You could use 1 large potato, 2 or 3 potatoes. It's really up to you. But potatoes have a lot of starch. It's quite a high carbohydrate, so you don't want to use too much of it. In goes my garlic and ginger mix. My little one is teething, so you'll hear her complaining and moaning from time to time. It's really just her gums that are worrying her. Green pepper. My blender's getting quite full, but I'm sure we'll be fine. I'll just get the last bit of the pepper out. Okay. I'll add my chili. This is totally optional. Not everybody has a palate for hot food. I personally enjoy spicy food, so the more spice, the better. Spice is life. Or so it is in my kitchen. Okay. Then I'm going to add my dry ingredients or my fresh herbs. I'm going to use my hands. It's just easier. And it goes. You may want to use a bigger blender or jug if you have one. This is all I have, so I'm crossing fingers. Okay, I'm going to add my egg now. Then my breadcrumbs. I've used the Panko breadcrumbs. I'll show you what the box looks like a little later. Jackpot, it fits. Let's just level that out. Oh, I hope my lid is going to close. But anyway, let's add the last bit of the ingredients, which is the spices. I'm actually going to put my camera down. Well, let's see if I can do it like this without dropping. I don't like spilling because then I've got to clean it all up. Yes, I know, that's the one thing about cooking. You've got to clean up all the dishes that you've used. And I personally hate washing dishes. It's one of my pet hates. Even if I have to pack the dishwasher, I feel like you've got to wash it first and then put it in the dishwasher. From the top, I'm going to add my extra virgin olive oil. You're looking at about 2 tablespoons. Okay. So this is what my little blender looks like. I'm hoping it's going to work. To ensure that my mixture does actually mix, I'm going to just add a little bit of boiling water from the top. Probably about a tablespoon. Okay, so this is what I'm looking for, to ensure that there's a liquid here, because when there's liquid here, then it actually starts mixing. Okay, so the lid does close. Happy days. So wish me luck. I'm going to crank this up. Okay, let's have a look. It's mixed through well, but it just looks a bit liquidy. I think I'm going to have to add a bit more breadcrumbs to bind it. I also want a crunchy effect. I don't want it to be so liquid. You know, we're not making pancakes or anything that's going to be deep fried. So let me add about another cup of breadcrumbs. Alright, so I'm going to add another cup of breadcrumbs. And let's see the texture and consistency that we get. I'm actually quite glad that everything fitted in my little jug. Alright, so after 3 cups of breadcrumbs, this is the consistency I was going for. Easy to shape, easy to fry. Okay, let's have a look. Mommy wants to have a look at the veggie burger mixture. Okay, perfect. So I've got my non-stick pan just heating up a bit on the stove. I don't want it to get too hot. Okay, so let me just coat my pan like that. And let's try out our mixture. Okay, I'm going to just press it down like that. You don't want a thick burger. You want to flatten it out so that it does fry and cook through. Okay, so I'm going to allow my oil to heat gradually and then I'll turn it over in a few minutes. So while my vegetable burger is frying up, these were the breadcrumbs that I was referring to. It's the panko breadcrumbs. In South Africa, you'd pay $34.95 for the box. So that's approximately $2 to $3. It just depends where you are in the world. But this is what I used as a binding agent. What's great about this mixture is that you can actually freeze it. You can put it in freezer bags, you can portion it. And when you want to make your vegetable burgers, you can defrost it. If you find that it's a bit watery, you can just add a bit of breadcrumbs to make it a bit firm before you use it. These are very versatile. You can either pan fry them or you can shape them and put them on an oven tray, on a baking sheet. It's really up to you. If you make a batch like this, you're bound to get about 10 to 12 burgers out of it. And yeah, I think this is a sufficient amount for the month, and it's a great way to meal prep. So I've got my burger cooking on low. It's a nice thin patty. I've got it on 2, so it's cooking on low. I know a lot of you use gas stoves, but I'm using an electric stove. So my burger's been frying on low for about 6 minutes. I'm going to flip it over. Oh, that looks amazing. I like a crispy burger patty, but it's up to you. If you want it to be a bit more softer, then you can just fry it for about 4 to 5 minutes. It's really your personal preference. I'm so impressed with that. Oh, and mind you, this is the first time that I'm attempting homemade vegetarian burger patties. On that note, if you don't want to use breadcrumbs to bind your vegetable burger mixture, you can use brown rice, either brown wild rice or some brown basmati rice. There's lots of alternatives. You can use barley, you can use quinoa. It's really up to you. Let's check our patty. Perfect, it's cooked through, so I'm going to take it off. So you can choose to eat this on a fresh burger bun, or you can have a lettuce burger. But today, I'm going to just add a bit of mozzarella cheese, a slice of cheddar cheese, or 2 slices of cheddar cheese, some sliced cucumber, a slice of tomato, some avo, lastly I'm going to season with a bit of salt over my veggies and a dash of dry thyme. And there you have it, my homemade vegetable burger patty with cheese, cucumber, sliced tomato, and avo. So healthy and nutritious. Okay, so this is my month's supply of my vegetable burger mixture. It's so simple. All you're going to do is portion it into Ziploc bags and take it out when you want to cook. So there we have it. I've portioned my vegetable burger mixture into Ziploc bags. And when I'm feeling for a veggie burger, I'll just pop these out of the freezer and into the oven to defrost and pan fry as desired. Wow, that was fun. I hope you guys had as much fun as I did making these burgers. Sure, you know, what blows my mind is how delicious your meals can be when you make them at home from scratch. A lot of us, well, me in particular, I sometimes find that I don't have enough time to cook, or my meals are not healthy enough. I worry about the kids eating enough vegetables and nutrients. But what I try to do is every Sunday I try to meal prep or meal plan. For example, I'll marinate pieces of meat and I'll put it in the freezer. I'll chop up onions, like 3 or 4 onions. I'll slice or grate some tomato and I'll keep it in the fridge to last me the entire week to make it easier for me. But I am so blown away by these vegetable burgers. They were really, really fun. You know, I know I keep playing on the word fun, but I enjoy cooking. My passion is cooking, and I always want it to be fun and I want it to taste good. So guys, if you like this video, please hit the subscribe button and like and share. Thank you.